One of the Ma'amarim, it says Rabbi Akiva one time, he was able to see things that most people cannot. And he saw a person running back and forth, collecting wood. Now this person looked disheveled. He looked distraught. He was full of smoke. He was full of injuries. And he was carrying wood back and forth and running fast as if someone's chasing him, but he doesn't see anyone chasing him. He tried telling him to stop. He didn't stop.
I had taken a video of what looked to be like a shadow figure walking around across the street in the woods. And it's looking directly out my front window, so it's a little hard not to notice. This is the area where we see that figure. It just walks back and forth every day, all day. Now, I've been over there a couple of times. As I walk up on it, there's just nothing there. What appears to be a person pacing back and forth for just hours and hours and days. I think today's like day 5. This went on for days, and he paces back and forth for hours and hours, not just for 20 minutes at a time. This is hours and hours and hours and days, weeks. I mean, here we are a month and a half later, and it's been still there. You see it? It just walks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's no camera tricks. I'm a 44-year-old mother of 3. I have no clue how to use this stuff.
The schut of the Torah, I command you to stop. And the man stopped. He says, who are you? And what are you doing here? And why do you keep carrying wood? He says, this is my punishment. I am in kafa kela. I made sins in my life, and my unfortunate punishment is that I have to collect wood. So they could burn me with this wood in the morning, and then they can burn me again at night. They burn me into ashes, and I feel more pain times 60 of what you think is pain. And then I go into ashes, and I go to nothing. And then they bring me back. And then I go chase wood again to go burn myself again. This is from Rabbi Akiva. You all need to know it. Because the Gemara in Masechet Brachot says, when someone has the Yetzer come to him, say Kriyat Shema. So remember there's a God. If that doesn't work, you still want to go out with the Goya. You still want to go out with the Goy. You still want to eat non-kosher. You still want to be not modest. You still want to do this. You still want to go against the Shem for whatever reason or another. It says learn Torah. It'll remind you you're not allowed to do it. If that doesn't work, the Gemara says, what I do now, it says remind them the day he's going to die. Once you actually know what happens when you die, you don't need any rules. So the first thing a person needs to know is realize that he's not going to be here forever. So the Gesher L'Chaim talks about the halachot of what happens when someone dies. The halakha of cleaning the dead. It's all going to happen. You're all going to go through it at some point. When a person is extra proud of their looks, and their money, and their intellect, and all the things that they have physically, you should know that at some point you're going to be like a little turkey. So next time you're overconfident, next time you're arrogant, next time you want to show off, just remember you're going to be that. But that should help you with your arrogance. It helps me. In reality, what are you so proud of? Something that's going to be mukseh one day? After someone goes into the grave, according to halakha, should be 1.25 meters deep. You have to put the legs first and then the head. If anyone ever experienced or saw a funeral, it's mamash a kaparat avonot. A disaster, it's a traumatizing experience. Regardless of what religion it is, but even more so in Judaism. In other religions, sometimes they burn it, so some crazy people put that stuff in their house, the ashes in their house. Other people put it in tombs. The tombs they look like, very expensive apparently. But in Judaism, we don't have those things. In Judaism, when they put somebody in a tomb, it literally looks like a sack of potatoes. That's gonna be us. I'm trying to be as graphic as possible so you understand what we're talking about here. Anyone that saw it should be traumatized a little bit. If you haven't seen it, most people have the same conclusion as you. That's it, the end, finished. Guy finished, he lived 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, done, he's finished. Not so. The Torah Kedosha says this is when life begins. Bye.